Hey guys, Brandon here. So in today's video I want to go over using hets for your projects. And not just any hets, but double hets. And how you can leverage them to produce amazing multi-recessive animals. So the images I just showed you are simply to be used as motivation. This method may be a little bit longer, but you're going to be able to make some amazing results, and I feel like the juice is definitely worth the squeeze. So this year is covered in some of my previous videos. We've made a lot of double het sunset projects. This one right here is actually a double het sunset albino from last year when I bred my sunset male to an albino spider female, and she is coming along pretty nicely, and I hope to actually use her this season to breed, as that is really where I see the future going, with the color as well as the pattern variations that sunset has to offer. Everybody is definitely working towards multi-recessive projects, and that's obviously the route that I want to go with sunset. With all that said, this entire video is about how you can use double het males to leverage your odds to increase your ability to produce multi-recessive animals by using an old school trick. So quick history with me and reptiles. Before I started working with the ball pythons, I primarily kept boa constrictors. I was friends with a lot of people within the ball python community, industry, whatever you want to call it, and I met a lot of these people through the Ralph Davis Reptiles forums, as well as what eventually turned into the Laughing Mallard forums. One of my buddies who is still active within the community is Luke Martin of Bronze Serpent Reptiles. And as you would guess, the majority of the topics on this forum were centered around ball pythons. So one thing that was common practice back then, and people don't talk about so much these days, is you would actually take a het male, say a pied or a het clown, something along those lines, and breed those to multiple het females. You would do that to produce females to hold back to later prove out. This was often done because the cost for pieds, clowns, all of those recessive genes that we take for granted these days, and the price to get into those projects was extremely high. So you could take those het males, breed them to your normal females, raise those girls up, prove them out, and then now you are in the pied project or the clown project. So I actually plan on doing the same exact thing this coming season with some of my animals. As I've mentioned previously, I've made some double het sunset ultramel as well as some double het sunset desert ghost, and those are the males that I'm primarily going to be focusing on. Hopefully I will be able to get at least one or two of those males up to size, and then I have visual desert ghost or visual ultramel females that I can take those males to, in the hopes of obviously producing a visual ultramel that is 50% het for sunset, or a desert ghost that is 50% het for sunset. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that might be a little bit crazy, but hear me out here. So when you're breeding a double het to a double het, you are looking at 1 in 16 odds of producing a double visual. Now, when you take a double het to an animal that is carrying at least one of those two recessive genes, you narrow your odds down to 1 in 8. So you've increased your ability to produce that double visual by 50%. Now this is the part where it gets super interesting. Let's just say I raised up one of these ultramel or desert ghost females that are 50% het and they proved out. Amazing, right? But now we've actually produced a double visual ourselves. And now we can take that double visual male, hopefully, to that female that we've raised up that's already proven, and now we're looking at a 1 in 4 shot of producing a double visual. So for me, I think that's super exciting, going from the probabilities of 1 in 16 to narrowing that down to 1 in 4, all by taking a double het male to existing females that are in your collection and taking a little bit of a gamble. It might not be something that pays off immediately, but in the future, some of those animals are going to have to prove out, and they're going to be nothing but assets in your collection. I know there have been a lot of videos on sunset lately. I'm just super excited about the project, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this gene, as I think there are almost countless opportunities to really make some spectacular looking animals. If you made it this far, leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are about using this method to help leverage the animals within your collection to narrow the odds to produce these double visuals. If this makes sense to you and you have some ultramel or desert ghost females and you want to be involved in these projects, check out the link in the description. There you will find a link to my morph market, and you can increase your ability to make these amazing double recessive projects. I know your time is valuable, so thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you found this idea or strategy helpful, And if you'd like to, check us out on Instagram where we post there daily. Thanks again.